A possible stolen vehicle. It was going on the West 105 to the 405. The Newton Division is in pursuit of this vehicle, and there we have eyes on it once again. Oh my gosh, how fast are they going?
He's going really fast, Sherry. You look at that white car there, it's blacked out. Now, unfortunately for us, we just transitioned over LAX. We're going to try to go back northbound over LAX. It's northbound on the 405 from the 105. So that was the trouble we had here, but now we're going to have to go back across the LAX airspace here and try to pick it up on the north side and pick it up around, well, somewhere around Century City maybe. I'm sorry, not Century City, but just north of the LAX area here. But high speed there, blacked out at times, and the LAPD trying to get CHP involved in this pursuit.
Hard to say if that is an accurate reading there. What we're seeing at the top right of our screen, we're a good distance from the subject, so it's difficult to get an accurate reading on the speed. But we can say for certainty that this is moving at very high speeds. And there you see the blacked out car, and you see what he's doing with other traffic, just blowing past them, clearly going upwards of 100 miles an hour, if not more. Such a dangerous way to maneuver on the freeway with your lights out like that. Drivers don't see you coming from behind and can often change lanes right in your path. We've seen this too many times, and it causes a violent collision. And at high speeds like that, it can be deadly. It looks as though he's moving off to the 90, Gil?
Yeah, that's right, Micah. Here's the transition. He's going high rate of speed, hard on the brakes there to get on that curve. He's going to be going westbound on the 90 Marina Freeway. So he won't have too many options as far as this freeway goes, as far as any other interchanges. He'll have off-ramps to choose from, but at this point, I believe it dumps him off onto Lincoln Avenue. But you see the LAPD as they come out to a wider shot in pursuit, the airship overhead. And again, this is a stolen vehicle out of the LAPD Newton Division.
Stolen vehicle out of the LAPD Newton Division, high rates of speed. As we're getting closer there, you can see that he is going north of 100 miles per hour. He has no lights on at all. Oh, okay. And this is one of those dangerous situations where you just don't know what's coming at you. They do have the night sun on there, so hopefully you see how he almost just clipped that car on the freeway. At this hour, at least there isn't too much traffic, but it is terrifying to watch this car go. It looks like he turned his lights on now.
Yeah, now he's exiting here. So this is going to be Culver Boulevard, we believe, as the vehicle exits here, and luckily no traffic there. He's going to make that left-hand turn 9 o'clock, Rick, and he's going to go southbound Culver. And oh no, he's going to get back onto the freeway the other direction, so heading back to the 405.
And fortunately, the lights are back on. So the saving grace in all of this at this point is that he's driving with his lights on for a time, blacked out, going 100 miles an hour, not what you want to see on the freeway or on any road for that matter. Again, this is a stolen vehicle. LAPD's Newton Division initiating this pursuit just before 11 o'clock. We're looking at 15 to 20 minutes ago as the suspect. Hard to say if the driver is the lone occupant. We don't know at this point. We're doing our best to keep up with him, moving at, look at this, north of 110 miles an hour now, 106 miles an hour, very, very dangerous. And Sky 5 working to keep up with the suspect as the LAPD does the same. They are tracking the suspect not only on the ground with lights and sirens, but in the air as well. So a lot of law enforcement eyes on this suspect tonight.
What we're trying to gauge also what kind of vehicle this exactly is as he makes that wild decision to go from one freeway here to the exit. Is this an exit ramp? It looks like it might be onto another freeway.
Into the 405.
Into the 405, right. But this is, you see the night sun on him, and so he is being watched. He knows that for sure. As far as the other ground units, are they still in pursuit of this suspect?
Yes, Sheriff Micah, let me pull out wide. There's the ground units there in trail, almost a quarter mile behind. He's at such a high rate of speed. He used that gore point to get on the freeway. Now in the carpool lane, he's southbound on the 405 freeway, which again poses a problem for us because we got to cross back over to the LAX airspace. But no problem. We'll keep tracking here, and hopefully we won't lose the vehicle. He's got his headlights on. That's good news. But he is southbound heading back towards the 105 freeway.
And spending a lot of time on the freeway, which brings into question whether the CHP might take over. That, of course, is going to be up to the LAPD. They initiated this pursuit, and oftentimes when it spends a good amount of time on the freeway, CHP will take over. They're more familiar with the roads, and they have the manpower to switch out, as it were, from area to area if the pursuit continues over long distances on the freeway. But at this point, it's the LAPD show here. And, well, we're understanding now CHP has just taken over. So not a surprise to hear that, and something that they are well trained to do at these high speeds on the freeways of Southern California. And the pursuit now in the hands of CHP on the ground. Though LAPD airship will likely remain here overhead, and you see the night sun there from law enforcement in the sky.
Yeah, definitely the CHP is in pursuit now. They took it over southbound. Look at the speeds here. I'm looking at 116 on our speedometer here up here in Sky 5, but he's quickly approaching that 105 freeway, and we'll see which direction the driver decides to go. If he goes eastbound, he'll be going back towards where the pursuit came from, but if he goes westbound, he's going to end up at the shoreline again.
There's only so much a car can handle at those tires can handle at those high speeds. You know, we're still trying to figure out what kind of car it is, but nonetheless, eventually they'll thin out, and it'll be dangerous for everybody on the road going north of 110 miles per hour, now at 117. I mean, it is just frightening to watch. You're on the road, have no idea this is coming at you, and like you said, they're about a quarter mile behind him. Officers that are in pursuit of him are about a quarter mile behind him, but now we're looking for the CHP that has now taken over this pursuit. It's hard to keep up with a guy that's going 120 miles per hour on a freeway.
No doubt. Look at those speeds. We're quite a distance away from it. We're having to cross directly over LAX again, but it looks like he's committed past the 105 freeway now, and he's going to stay on that 405 southbound. So it's going to put him into the South Bay here very soon at these rates of speeds.
And continuing to move, the stolen car initiated by LAPD's Newton Division just before 11 o'clock. CHP has since taken over. This has spanned the 105, the 405, the 90 freeway, the 405 again as this pursuit continues, and at very high rates of speed. For a good portion of time, this driver was going blacked out, no headlights. Fortunately, he's made the wise decision to put the lights on there. It's just so dangerous when you're moving so quickly on the freeway. Other drivers, you don't expect to see this coming up behind you, particularly with no headlights on, and often you can't see. And if somebody changes a lane right in front of the car that's going 115 miles an hour, it does not end well for anyone involved. So good news that he's got the headlights on here. And again, CHP behind this stolen car that came out of the Newton Division to LAPD that initiated this pursuit. And now CHP on the ground, moving very, very quickly. Still over 100 miles an hour, and out go the lights again.
Sure. Out go the lights,
oh
over 100 miles an hour. CHP having to hand off to their next area, which is the South LA area from the West LA area. So, but that's okay. They are aware of it. They're going to set up that network of handoffs as it continues down the 405 southbound. But look at the speeds here, possibly getting over here to the slow lane to exit, but using all lanes, even the center divider and the shoulder of the road, but blacked out now. Can you imagine a car coming up this fast? You don't see it. It's completely blacked out. You change lanes to maybe get off or get over, and this guy's right on you. Terrible and scary situation for these drivers out here.
Yeah, it's hard also to see what's happening in this car. The windows are heavily tinted, even in the driver's side. It's very difficult to see inside to see if there is only the driver, if there are other passengers in here. And we haven't been able to see this on surface streets. It's just been mainly here on the freeways at very high rates of speed. Now the lights are blacked out. the night sun off of him for just 1 second. But for those drivers that are on the road, you can only feel for them what they are experiencing when they have this rush from another car beside them and not really knowing what's going on, and then hearing those sirens from the CHP behind them. It's if you've been in California long enough, you've experienced this firsthand, and it can be a very terrifying experience nonetheless. But here we are, making its way through the South Bay into the Torrance area on the 405 South, and going still at like 115 miles per hour, it seems like is the average.
Yeah, for sure. Just past Van Ness at that high rate of speed. Looks like freeway conditions. Let me come out. He just turned his headlights back on, by the way. And look at this. Traffic is light, they're saying, and we're definitely seeing that up ahead. But such distance that he's traveled here already from the LAX area. He's just absolutely moving out here.
He is moving. CHP is on his tail. Not much they can do in terms of strategy, but stick with this driver at this speed. It's very difficult to really try and put any kind of plan together other than to keep eyes on him and stay behind him. It does not look as though it's a high-performance vehicle, and consider that when you see it moving at 115 miles an hour. Just exceptionally dangerous for a car and a driver. And you can see him start to lose the back end there just a little bit. And at the last minute, diving over. Gil, where are we?
Well, it's transitioning. Actually, it's the 110, not the 710 I was saying. It's the 110 southbound, I believe, he's going to be taking from the 405. So there he goes down the 110. There's the CHP unit in trail. I'll come out wide since we have a distance here to go, but at least two units there in trail as he goes high rates of speed down the 110 freeway from the 405 at this point.
110 south, has made his way through the westbound 105. That's where we caught up with him initially to the 405, and then made a U-turn back onto the 105, and now has decided to transition in a wild fashion from the 405 to the 110 south. It's been really just intense. It's been intense to watch and to see this car just moving from, the carpool lane all the way to the exit lane and putting so many people in danger.
And a choice to be made here as the 110, as you know, ends in the Wilmington-San Pedro area. This driver's going to be forced off the freeway at some point unless he decides to get off and jump back on in the other direction, which he's been known to do here over the last 30 minutes that we've been watching him jump off, jump right back on in the opposite direction. He's done it a couple of times, and an option for him here as the 110. There isn't much road left here to move at this speed. I mean, he is moving at just an incredible clip here and still going, pressing this vehicle. Again, this does not appear to be a high-performance vehicle, and to push it like this is, you're really walking the line, driving a car like this at this speed and trying to maneuver it the way he is too. These last-minute lane changes, to try and fool somebody. I don't know what,
Oh, here we go.
There you go. Yeah. Now, I mean, that could well be the muffler dragging on the ground. I mean, this, something, this have an exhaust pipe or something when he hits a bump. It's just, I mean, the freeway, the roads aren't designed for cars to move this fast. And then when you get a vehicle like this, moving at 100, 105, 110 miles an hour, bad stuff happens very easily.
There's only so much the car can take, and this has been going on for some time now. This started at about 10 minutes before 11. We caught up with it, and it's just been, like I said, I keep on using I'm terrified watching this just because you're worried about the people on the road there. And, the sparks that are coming out from the car, I mean, at one point or another, you have to wonder when those tires are going to blow out at this rate of speed.
Absolutely. Yeah, the vehicle's coming to near the end of the 110 freeway. That's going to dump him into the San Pedro area, which is LAPD's Harbor Division area. So they're notifying LAPD Harbor Division that the pursuit is coming their way. They're telling him, they're saying right now that let him know we're coming up quick here. So I'm going to come out to a wider shot and show you now. It's going to dump if he stays on the freeway here all the way to the end, it's going to dump him off onto Gaffey, and that's going to put him right into the San Pedro area. And these speeds, he really doesn't have much distance to go until he hits the end of the San Pedro area and the water there. So we'll see what the driver decides to do here as he approaches the very end of the freeway. But still high rate of speed here approaching Gaffey.
And right back into the hands of LAPD, potentially, the agency that initiated this pursuit in the Newton Division. It's LAPD's Harbor Division again at the end of the 110 freeway here. CHP took over the pursuit. So much time spent on the freeways, that is not atypical. So they are on the ground behind this suspect at this point, with LAPD still following overhead and clearly aware that he's headed back right into their direction here into the Wilmington San Pedro area as he moves toward the end of the 110 freeway here, and a choice to make. Again, this driver has been moving at incredibly high rates of speed, and here we go with he's getting onto the bridge.
I believe, let's see here, we're trying to figure it out. Oh no, he's going to go on a roundabout. He does have the option to get on the bridge here, I believe. I'm trying to get eyes on the bridge right now, but he's going to go, nope, he's going to go southbound on Gaffey. So he is at the end here, and he's going to go into, well, we're into San Pedro now. So we'll see what the driver does, how he reacts, or he or she reacts on the surface streets in regards to the speed. But even right now, that's a lot of gas pedal there right now.
Yeah, so we're now on surface streets, and is there a choice for him to get back or her here blowing? Is it blowing through an intersection? It sure looks like it, and that's dangerous because now we're on surface streets as he's making his way through North Gaffey Street in the San Pedro area. So watching this now go from high rates of speed on the freeway to 60 miles an hour here on surface streets is still worrisome, because now you've got the pedestrian public, other cars that are not expecting this car to blow through an intersection like it just did there. And there we have, it looks like Harbor Division LAPD waiting for him.
There was a guy on a bike that just crossed that crosswalk there right behind him. So that's the, like you said, Cher, that's the concern. There's pedestrians out here passing there on the wrong side of the road there. So that's the first time we're seeing that happen. But it's to be expected at the speed he's going. Very difficult. Now, to get back to the freeway, he's going to have to reverse course, because Gaffey, I believe, is the only way back to the 110 freeway from this point. But he's quickly nearing the end here, and going to have the ocean in front of him in a short distance.
And we wonder aloud what the LAPD will do. CHP took over this pursuit. Again, LAPD started this in the Newton Division, and this is their space now on surface streets, and a belief that they may well retake the lead here in this pursuit. CHP, we believe, still behind them on the ground, but tracking them from the air is LAPD airship. But the LAPD officers are well aware of this situation unfolding right here in their space, and it's a question of time before they take over on surface streets here in what is a very tricky, oftentimes tricky space to navigate in the San Pedro area. There are a lot of tight corners and narrow streets, and frankly, oftentimes a lot of pedestrian traffic in this area of Los Angeles. Fortunately, it's later in the evening, so you're going to not see quite as much of that. But this driver with a propensity to run at such a high rate of speed is really a recipe for big trouble potentially. So if you're in the area here in San Pedro, along Gaffey or in the near vicinity, just stay clear of the area and try and stay inside, and stay out of the way of this potential trouble as this driver now continues to move away from the freeway. Gil, what's the next move, and where's the LAPD in this equation?
All right, looks like we lost the signal there from San Pedro as that suspect was making his way through some very windy roads there. And now we are back on Gaffey Street, and Gil Levis up in Sky 5 as we continue to follow this stolen car that started with the Newton Division and now here in the Harbor Division of the LAPD and into a parking lot. Gil?
Sorry about that.
All right.
Stand by 1 second.
Yeah, no
Yep.
problem. It looks like he just made some kind of a wild circle through a parking lot and back out. Now on Shepherd Street. And you wonder, Micah, if this is when, the LAPD Harbor Division starts planning the spike strip.
Yeah, if they can get control of this pursuit. Once again, still no clear indication that LAPD is back behind this suspect. Initiating it was LAPD, again, the Newton Division, but CHP taking over after this pursuit spent so much time on freeways, all the way from the downtown area to San Pedro here, all the way to the end of the 110 freeway. LAPD well aware of the situation. Gil Levis, if you're back with us, where's the LAPD in this equation on the ground?
Well, Mike and Sherry, they're talking about it. Let me come out to a wide shot. I don't want to lose the car. They're basically in tracking mode. The CHP did pull off of it shortly after they got off the freeway, handed it over to the Harbor Division of LAPD. They are talking about it. They are tracking it. The airship still is overhead. Now he's back northbound on Pacific Avenue. He made it all the way down to Point Furman. That's where he got into that parking lot and turned right and then made a U-turn. But still northbound here, Pacific, coming up the 28th Street. I hear them calling it out, and if he jumps back on that 110 freeway, the CHP will resume the pursuit.
So they're waiting for him at the 110, the mouth of the 110, where it begins, of course, in the Wilmington, San Pedro area. If he decides to get back on the freeway, time will tell, and not much time the way he's driving at high rates of speed. On the freeway, again, keep in mind, if you're just joining us, this suspect, it's a stolen car, one out of the LAPD Newton Division, moving upwards of 100 miles an hour for much of this pursuit from the Newton Division area all the way out toward LAX on a number of freeways, and eventually to the 405 south to the 110 south, again at 100, 105, 110 miles an hour. And now the suspect wants to get into the neighborhood situation, which is, football territory, Gil.
We're good on guess. Sorry about that, Mike. Desk was asking us something. I missed that last part, what you were asking me, but he's now eastbound 17th Street. He's going to run out of space again because he's going to go right into the harbor area. So we'll see what happens as the driver gets to Crescent Street here as he makes that transition, but really has nowhere to go beyond the surface streets here. And it's going to turn into Harbor Boulevard here, and he's going to go right by the port. He's making that northbound turn onto Harbor. So there you go. I'll pull out to wide shot so you can get a perspective here of where we are. And no units at all there, but the airship's still calling it, and they're trying to get the units from Harbor Division into this. We did see that one unit that was blocking an intersection for a time, but now they're saying he's slowed way down. There goes the lights. He's blacked out completely, not back on again. So playing games maybe with the airship overhead. The night sunlight is off him right now, but coming up to a red light, and he's going to blow through that intersection.
He might be blowing through that intersection, but he's acting as if, man, all right, maybe they're off my tail right now and not, going to give me any more trouble. And maybe he thinks at this point he's, going to get away. That's not the case, though. We do have our eyes on him, the LAPD airship overhead, the night sun not shining on him at the moment, maybe to calm the driver down a little bit, and certainly he has, even though he is going at some 70 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour here on surface streets. It's a lot better than what was happening just moments ago on the freeways at 116 miles an hour. There you see an airship, looks like LAPD's airship that we just saw pass by our screen. And we are going into the harbor area now.
Yeah, definitely making a left-bound turn. This is westbound on Palos Verdes Drive. I'm sorry, that's Amar Street. He's going to make the bend here. And let's see where this street takes. And there's so many little streets through here.
All right, working to get a stronger signal here. Again, this is down in the LAPD Harbor Division area. This suspect exited the 110 freeway at Gaffey at the end of the 110 freeway and has been working in a zigzag fashion through the streets of San Pedro and is now on the bridge. Is this the Vincent Thomas Bridge, Gil?
Yes, it is. He did make that transition onto the Vincent Thomas, so he's going to be heading eastbound towards the Long Beach area, Long Beach Harbor, and he'll have some options up ahead, but we'll see what the driver does once he gets on the other side. We did see the driver make a U-turn over by LAX when he ran out of space there and ran into the ocean, went back the opposite direction on the 105. So we'll see if that happens here on the bridge. But so far, in trail, I'm going to come out to a wide shot so you see that. Really no units behind him. We'll see if the CHP engages or not, but at this point, maybe Long Beach PD might pick it up on the other side here.
He's starting to pick up that speed again, and then you saw some sparks there. This could be a recipe for disaster. At this point, what does it look like with the roads ahead of him? And I'm sure at this hour, not too many cars out there, but all it takes is just to crash into another car to cause some kind of a tragic reaction, chain reaction here. And that's, of course, what we don't want. You want this to end as safely as possible and to end as soon as possible. But here we are now as he's making his way. You did see those sparks coming up from the back of the car.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure what caused that. It might, like Micah said, might have been an exhaust pipe or the muffler. But here he goes, passing on the shoulder there. Dangerous move for sure. We got a few trucks in this area right now, but not a whole lot. He's still going to continue here eastbound. And it's this part of the road's called Ocean Avenue, and he's going to go onto the bridge here, going into Long Beach very shortly here.
Past the Port of Los Angeles, toward the Port of Long Beach and Long Beach proper, and the question becomes, what does Long Beach PD do? Do they pick this up, or do they take a hard pass, depending on what this driver decides to do in and around the Long Beach area? You might want to not spend any time at all in Long Beach. We'll have to see as he moves toward Long Beach, and he'll have some decisions to make. Again, this was at 105, 110, 115 miles an hour on the freeway for a good portion of this. Started just before 11 o'clock. And now he's continuing to drive. He had his lights off for a good portion of this as well. And going over 100 miles an hour with your lights off is just a bad idea. He's got his headlights on now, so at least there's that.
Yeah.
But moving, at 90 miles an hour here along Ocean Boulevard toward Long Beach.
Well, he might be transitioning now onto the 710 freeway here. So the transition road here off the bridge, he is going northbound on the 710, which means the CHP will likely pick it up from this point on. So they'll hand it off to CHP, they'll get units into position, and we're still monitoring the CHP up here in Sky 5, so we should be hearing that happen shortly.
And the CHP will not run out of steam. They will play and pass the baton for several exits, and stay on this car for several miles, and then switch off at a different exit on-ramp. And then they will have a fresh pair of eyes on the suspects. So it's really time is on the side of the authorities right now. So it's just a matter of how much gas this guy has to go and when he's willing to surrender.
Definitely hearing the CHP talking about it. The airship is addressing the CHP, and they're getting units into position here along the 710. So he'll have the 405 freeway coming up in a few miles, but in between this and there's really no units in direct contact with the vehicle. I'll come out again and show you. It's a very dark stretch of freeway here on the 710 North, but I'm hearing now that there's a unit that's 1 minute out. So we should be seeing lights and sirens here very shortly as this driver picks up speed here on that northbound 710.
And traditionally a big rig corridor coming out of Long Beach from the ports of LA and Long Beach. At this time of night, obviously, you're not going to have that sort of traffic, but the suspect's got room to run if he wants to. Again, CHP is going to re-engage. That's the plan. That's what we're hearing. This was initiated by the LAPD's Newton Division. It's a stolen car. It has made its way across Los Angeles County at very high rates of speed, and the speed continues at over 100 miles an hour.
We're going to continue to follow this on KTLA.com. You can tune in there. For now, that's going to do it for us here. Be sure to tune in to the KTLA Morning Show beginning at 4 a.m. for all the updates you need.